Hey,
Good morning.
so my morning's been awesome. There's something as a parent I am not good at.
Okay.
Okay. And I'm usually a pretty empathetic person when somebody is sad. But my son cries and shuts down for no reason.
Okay.
And I still cannot figure out how to handle it correctly. So this morning, we were got up, everything was fine, we were good to go, brush your teeth. I was trying to get out the door maybe a tad bit earlier so that I can grab a Diet Coke on the way back. He starts to walk down the stairs and he's crying. Joey, what's wrong? Ignores me. Joey, what's going on? Glares at me and keeps walking by, and that pisses me off more than, and don't ignore me. Don't ignore me. But he's obviously emotional and can't talk. But I never ever handle it well. Like I try to be calm, and then the frustration sinks in. And then I finally go, don't ignore me. Just like that. And then full on tears. And then Layla, Mom, he doesn't want to be yelled at. And I go, I'm not yell. I go, it's going to be a real rude awakening when you guys go live with your dad when yelling, when we figure out what yelling is, right? I go, I'm not yelling at him. I'm simply frustrated that he's not telling me what's going on. So then he sits on the stairs and cries and cries and cries and cries. And I stand there quietly. Finally, I just go get in the car. Layla comes out and gets in the car. He comes out and gets in the car. And I just sit there and I go, Joey, tell me what's going on. We're not going to school until I know what's going on. I'm fine. Sits there and cries some more. And then I, tell me what's going on, and it makes it worse. And then he's crying. So then I call his dad, and his dad's trying to get it out of him, and he won't tell his dad anything either. So then we end up late for school anyway, and late back here on the live stream, and I still don't know what he's crying about.
Probably Pokemon. That's got to be frustrating. I know it's frustrating.
It's frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, maybe school will be a good reset. Maybe when he gets home today, it'll be a 180 and a little bit of a, maybe just needed a minute. Maybe just needed a minute.
We asked him, is somebody being mean to you at school? Is it something at school? Is it because he asks almost every day not to go, even though he's super smart and he left school usually. But no, he's like, no, nobody's bullying me. And we're like, that's the only thing he answers. So maybe he's lying to us. I don't know.
Well, but you said he came down the stairs crying. So was he playing on his tablet before that or doing something electronically before that?
I think it's because I made him get off the electronics and go to damn school. And that's why he's not telling me. Because he knows I'll go, well, get in the car. Cry about that. He knows I'll have no empathy for that either.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I know. Oh, kids. I'm so glad we have them. I'd like 3 more, please.
Dude, I cried all weekend about them going to Vegas. And then this morning, and they're getting out of the car, I'm like, psh, go to your dad's. Go, let him. I called Joe on the way home, and I go, good luck. He's like, I got this. I go, good luck with that. Because that's the most frustrating thing, is that.
There's yesterday was one of our first our first excursions where like it was me and the boys, but then like when we get home, there's nobody else here. It's just me and the boys, so there's like no real like reset or rest or anything,
Yeah.
So typically before it would be like we would try and fit all the things in and do all the things because we knew that there was a little bit of relief on one end or the other. And yesterday it was one of those things where like we're doing the things, and then when they were just done. Like it was just time to be done, and when we were getting food and they wanted their tablets and their phones at the table, I'm like in my head, I'm like, but you're going back to your mom tomorrow and we have to like spend all the time together. And I was like, but I don't want the fight.
I know.
Good tablet.
I know.
We're good,
I know.
It's so tough.
That's the most frustrating thing for me with him. With Layla is she can't make a decision, who she get that from? That's why I buy 12 snacks when I'm when I'm in the gas station.
Yeah.
But Layla can't make a decision. And then I'm finally like, come on, make a decision. And then now she has anxiety and she's like, hold on. I'm like, oh,
Yeah. Oh, I know.
and I'm not a patient person. I'm trying, but I'm just not. So when he wouldn't tell me this morning what was wrong, I'm like, I have no empathy for you if you're not going to tell me.
Right,
I'm none.
right.
And he's a
We're
child.
wired like that. We're wired like that.
I know.
It's also generational. It's generational because I mean think about our upbringing. Like I know that my dad was a little bit older than yours, but around the same, adjacent at the same time, you know. It was a little more of like, you know, grab yourself up by your bootstraps and when you feel like you're walking through hell, you just put your head up and you keep on walking.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Yes, because I caught myself in my, not out loud because I know better than that, but I caught myself in my head saying like super sexist things, like man up, like, but I didn't say him out loud because I know like he's allowed to have emotions and have feelings, you know, even though he's a boy. But every part of me was like, I'm not raising no baby, you know. I was so mad. It was so mad. I'm like, be a crybaby, but I didn't say that. But at the same time, I'm like, I'm raising this little chicken. You know, I was so mad. What did I do? I failed as a mom. I was
it's like we have this monosyllabic belief that like my son's not a man unless he puts his fist through the wall instead of showing me his emotions. Right? Like that's how, like I'll look at it, I'll be like,
yes.
You're gonna cry about that? Wait,
you're gonna cry about that?
Hold on. Let him have his moment. You know?
And you're right. It was probably over some stupid Fortnite, or he couldn't play with his friend.
Yeah.
Joe's like, well, what'd you guys do this week? I'm like, don't blame me. We had a fine weekend. He played on his scooter. We rearranged, like, we cleaned the room he wanted. Don't blame me that he's just crying on the way to school.
Oculus. Oh, we played with Oculus this weekend, and I don't want to play with anything else ever.
What's Oculus?
Oh my God, we got the Oculus Quest 2. Apparently, there's a few Oculuses, but it's the headset with the hand. It's virtual reality with the hand paddles. So like,
oh yeah, I saw your kids playing that on your social media.
It is so cool. We played Beat Saber, and Beat Saber. If you're just watching somebody playing Oculus, but you can't see what they're doing, you're looking at somebody doing some of the most insane things in front of other people willingly and with a smile on their face and with no clue that everybody else is making fun of what they look like right now with that headset on. Because he was dancing around and like swinging for different beats with these hand paddles on.
Were you putting like stuff in front of him so you could run into it?
No, I couldn't get that far. But they were doing a good enough job out on the road. They kept bumping into tables. Like you draw an area with the paddle so that you don't go outside of the area and hit anything, but you still get pretty excited and move out of the area and hit the tables.
You know, okay. So because we're talking about game systems, you know how like we're in radio. So if somebody does something like on TV or something that's radio, we're like, that's not true. Like how one of those movies where the producer makes $100K a year. Oh, okay. Right.
And they're besties with the syndicated talent.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right. Okay.
And, yeah.
So we were watching Hallmark. I was watching Hallmark this weekend, and in one of them, there was a guy who loved to play video games, and Joey's in the background going, "They would be using that game system. You can't use that game with those paddles." Like, and I'm like, what? Just calling out. He must have did that to like 3 of my movies.
Oh yeah, no, they know. Like,
I bet your boys know too.
Did you just try and pass a Sony game as a Sega game on television? Because my detector just went off and I'm not buying it.
And that's exactly how they act too. Super snobby. I could see Sean doing the same thing. Like, who do they think they are? That's exactly how Joey was. He started literally laughing. He goes, ugh, they couldn't play Fortnite with that game system.
Our kids are at an age.
You can't play Call of Duty with that.
Our kids are at an age right now where they can flex, and we're like, oh, strong flex.
Yeah. Right. All right. We have Disneyland tickets. We're giving away Disneyland tickets Thursday on the air. What are you going to do this week with your triple-digit weather?
Okay, so tonight,
110 on Friday.
Oh, I want to show this to you. Hold on. My friend. actually pretty excited about this. You know how we're kind of like headphone snobs?
Yeah.
The headphones that I prefer aren't
These are the
manufactured
only
anymore.
headphones I prefer for work, and these are a gift from Ian Riley.
Yeah, and you're still at work. Mine, the exact same
Mm-hmm.
ones, those aren't manufactured anymore. But she found a pair. Because mine broke.
These ones?
Yeah.
That's
Well,
cool.
they're manufactured. The type, because there's a whole bunch of different types. The type I prefer, and I think I got you the same type, aren't made anymore. And she found a pair. So I'm gonna have some of this pretty soon. But also,
That's nice. That's awesome. That's a big find because these are the best. What? I thought you've already showed me that.
I'm making a seafood dish tonight.
What seafood dish are you making?
I don't know.
You're just gonna open up a Gordon Ramsay book and go to seafood?
Well, funny you say that. Yes. That's exactly
Where are you
what
gonna
I'm
get
gonna
your
do.
where are you gonna get your seafood at?
I imagine the store.
Just like the regular market, because there's a really good seafood market in Modesto.
I'll ask where the seafood section is. But yeah, I figured I'd go back to the fishy area. I imagine that I get my
There's a
seafood at the
local
store,
seafood
not
place in
PetSmart.
Modesto called Ohana Seafood. They're closed today. They're open Tuesday through Saturday. Sorry, my bad. But you should check them out. They have a delicious fresh seafood there.
There was a table of contents on here, and now I can't find the table of contents.
Yep, Jennifer Ohana.
Where did the table of contents go? Oh, it's, you know what? It's not divided by food. It's divided by what meal. So I'm in the breakfast section right now.
So,
oh, seared tuna with herbs.
Herbs.
Are the herbs?
See, I'm afraid to cook that. Herbs. I'm afraid to cook that because it has to still be like kind of raw, right? Don't you just sear it real fast on both sides?
Scallops and prosciutto.
Ooh, I bet those are good. Scallops, you have to take them off right away because they're like an avocado. Not ready, not ready, not ready. Ready? Nope, take them off. They're overdone.
Ooh, that's like abalone.
Yep.
What about wild
sea bass?
King is Blake, sea bass.
So, hey, the lake up here has a bunch of trout. Come up here and catch your own fish.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, you should do that.
Fish. Pan fried. Oh, what about pan fried baby octopus?
Do it.
Oh, no picture of that one. You don't get a picture.
You're
of that
not going to do that.
Yeah, I'm
you
not
would have to go
to
get octopus. You would have to go to a place like Ohana, though. You can't just roll into a market.
Where could I find 1 pound, 2 ounces, or in parentheses, 500 grams of clean baby octopus? Baby octopus? I use baby octopus?
You know what? You can't. It sounds crazy, but my girlfriend Erin. She's been on the show with us a couple times. She did an octopus a couple weeks ago. I bet she could tell you exactly where you can go and get one.
Well, because it's either an octopus or a roasted pumpkin crostini, and I would rather have an octopus.
Me too. Pumpkin.
Although, if you ever watch Hell's Kitchen with my boy Chef Gordon Ramsay, his staple
is that
dish,
what you call him when you text him? Hey boy.
Hey boy. Hey boy. Hey. I call him Steak Man. Yes, steak. But his signature dish is a beef Wellington, and I've always wanted to try that.
Okay, I have tried the beef Wellington in Hell's Kitchen. Actually Hell's Kitchen. So I'm gonna do it on my live stream because my buddy that paid for it is gonna be mad when he doesn't watch the live stream, thank God, but he does listen to us on the radio. So it was okay.
Yeah.
No, it's meat wrapped in bread with mushrooms around it, and it was fine. I mean, it was fine. But I got it because I was at Hell's Kitchen and it was the special, and I have never tried a beef Wellington, and we had a few drinks, and my buddy's like, I'll pay for this because I couldn't afford it otherwise. And I ordered it and it was just okay. And he's like, you better eat that whole thing. Right? And I'm like, oh, I'll eat it tomorrow. It was just okay.
How much was the beef Wellington?
Oh, let me look at the Hell's Kitchen thing.
Because I can make under beef, they have barbecued steaks with piquant red bell pepper sauce, or braised beef shank with baby turnips, carpaccio of beef with arugula and parmesan, Chateaubriand for 2, cold roast beef tenderloin, and that's it. They don't have a beef Wellington. I swear to God, it's a Gordon Ramsay cookbook with no beef Wellington. Like, is that like
Are
buying
you sure?
Hooters with no bottoms?
Well, you know what? And even when I go and look up at this menu anyway, it's probably not going to give me the price. But here, I'll look at it. Here was the beef Wellington. And it was good. I mean, it looked exactly like that. You see it?
Yeah. How was the
That's
sauce?
the Hell's Kitchen. It was good. It was everything. It was delicious. It's just not something that I would always order.
I have to eat seafood.
You know, I would have been fine with a ribeye.
I have to eat seafood tonight because my dinner companion is, quote, vegan, so seafood is okay. But
So it was 3 courses. The signature menu is $70. And with that, you get the beef Wellington, and then you also get either scallops or a Caesar salad, and then you get a toffee pudding at the end. But that didn't even compare to what we paid for the wine.
I would rather have a ribeye. I think I'm with you.
It was good. It was, I'm very grateful. Like if you're watching this, like I've never told him. I was like, it was delicious, but I could have gotten totally anything else on the menu. I would have been happy. I would have.
I've done that. There's been a few steak places. There was a steak place in Modesto. It's not there anymore. I think it was called like Jack's or something. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But it was downtown. I don't know what's there now anymore. But anyway, I got the nobody makes a filet mignon right. Can we just say that out loud right now? Hardly anywhere does a filet mignon right. It's always overcooked.
Yeah, I'm not big on a filet mignon anyway. I just feel like it's not enough meat.
Yeah.
Like you can get so much more out of a New Yorker or a ribeye, and ribeye just has so much more flavor. I don't care what anybody says.
But if you're going to double charge me for that hockey puck, it better not have a hockey puck consistency. I still want to meet consistency. I remember this place in Modesto, and this was like 8-9 years ago, so it's not there anymore. God, I wish I could remember what it was. But they brought it out, and I opened it, like I cut into it, and it was the kind of overdone where it was just stringy, and I looked at the waitress and I said, "Hey, I normally don't complain." I said, "But this is really overdone." She goes, "Oh my God, it is." So she comes back. I'm not kidding you, man. Like 5 minutes later with a brand new one. She goes, "This one should be good." And I said, "It was only 5 minutes. Like from the time you left my table to when you came back. How can it be good?" So I opened it up and it was darn near raw.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
How is this so difficult? But everywhere I've gone, filet mignon seems to be tough for them.
Yeah, I don't order a lot of filet mignon. When I do, it's usually really rare. Yeah. So, but I'll eat it rare. I'll eat it rare than overcooked. But I usually, if I'm going to get a steak, I usually want a ribeye.
And that's what I'm saying. On Monday morning, when you're getting your Monday started, on Flag Day of all days, the day before the mask mandate is lifted, we have a hard time finding good filet mignon.
You want to find a good filet mignon.
But also, it's Flag Day and the mask mandate's lifted tomorrow.
Yay! The mask mandate is lifted tomorrow. We have your Disneyland tickets on Thursday. We have your series cruising tickets, carload passes all this week. So you get to take your mask off if you're vaccinated. Correct?
Okay, so here is the mask mandate lifting guidelines. If you are fully vaccinated, you can take your mask off indoor, outdoors, or anywhere you would like that is not mask required by that private business. If you are not vaccinated, then indoors it is still suggested that you wear a mask. Outdoors, it's kind of whatevs. But I think we're at that point now where outdoor, because enough people are vaccinated, they're not too concerned about people being outdoors together. But fully vaccinated people tomorrow, as long as the company doesn't require a mask, you are good to go.
I wonder, like, if some businesses are going to have, like, a bouncer at the door, like, checking vax cards instead of ID.
Oh, because there's no picture on them. I wonder if they, like, look at the back, and then look at you.
You look at them, look at the back. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think one little girl got over on me with a fake ID.
You got fake ID?
So there was this group. This was a long time ago. I hadn't wanted to talk about it until I was in the clear after ABC and stuff was coming around a while ago.
No, I get it.
Yeah. So it was a huge group of ladies, and I checked all of their IDs, and I should have known because One of them had an out-of-state ID. One girl. And another one comes in later to like go to the bathroom or something, and they're all servers for a restaurant. So that's how I learned that the wool had been pulled over my eyes, because she comes in and she was like, what's going on with masks here? Because we all work at blah, 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 which is a local restaurant.
Except for
And
our
that
friend
girl,
from Wyoming over here.
yeah, except Idaho over here.
We all work full time at this restaurant, including our friend from Idaho, who's lived here her whole life, but on a dare got a license from Idaho, and now we can't seem to get rid of it.
Here's how naive I am. I literally came in and go, sometimes you can't judge a book by its cover. The one who looks the youngest is the oldest. No, she just had the oldest ID.
The one who looks most over 21 doesn't look over 21 at all.
She looks like she has a fake ID.
I can't believe that this 19-year-old looking woman is almost 47 and from Wyoming.
Don't judge a book.
Not by its cover or based on her age, by the stone that it was chiseled on. What's your skincare routine?
All right, so we've ripped ribeye, filet mignon, beef Wellington, children, IDs. What else do we have to be negative about? My son being a baby.
To pull the curtain back a little bit on what we do here, portions of these live streams get turned into promos that we play on the radio to say, hey, go listen to our live stream. I'm going to be using that part.
Good. I'm glad, because now everybody knows I'm terrible at history, because that one's been playing. All right, you guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Thursday, Disneyland tickets Thursday. It is going to be 110 this week. Call Honey's Air and Solar. Get your AC tuned up now. It's going to be triple digits.
High five. No. One, two, three.
Gotta stop. Am I supposed to stop right there?
Yes. 1, 2. Don't. You're going early. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
You went through it. You went through it that time.
But you have to go. Go on.
When
I say 3.
1, 2,
3.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.